It's good stuff we've seen tonight, but we're focusing on the 88th minute and a rash decision, and we've lost the game because of it.
Yeah, we lost. Very disappointing to lose, always is. We've got to try our best to stop losing, because we need to start winning very quickly, because that's the industry we're in, that's football. So it happens. In terms of the performance, their energy, we had moments in the first half with some good quality. Second half we didn't quite get the clear-cut chance, but yeah, I was really pleased with the players' efforts. Of course I was, but to lose a game like that, I just said, it's hard to take on the chin. Very avoidable, but they've benefited from a big kick and a lob, and they've won the match. So you could see that. I think you could see in their celebrations the difference between them thinking they've got no real chance of winning to winning a game. They know we've been pickpocketed, but it happens, and when you're in runs like this, it tends to happen more often. But we will work very hard to make sure that we come out the other side.
What does it do to the dressing room when you get them in at full time, when they've put that effort in and then that's happened and they've got nothing to show for it?
Well, they're disappointed, aren't they? Gutted, really gutted. So all you can do is carry that feeling, understand it, and make sure it means more when you get an opportunity to play again, which is difficult because they showed that in that performance.
Those moments at the other end, we're getting into good areas, just not finishing it off. Again, that must be a source of frustration for you at the moment.
Well, it's not me, it's everybody. It's, you want to try and win a game, you're creating chances. Didn't quite get the clear-cut chance, and when we did, we had the free headers, etc., but they were off target today, and we didn't get the win that we wanted. So of course it's frustrating. It's hard to take when you know you've worked so hard to try and win a game.
And we can talk about these positives, but it all comes down to that result that's over the back of your shoulder there. It affects so much that we all do, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, but like I just said to the radio, we've got to. There's a lot of young players and slightly older players, but this is really the first season of responsibility where they're playing more regular, and the club's made great grounds and progress to have a squad that's committed like that. Of course, in the current situation, the result warrants what you're talking about type comment, but in terms of progress, in terms of where we were when I took over, what happened at a season last January, the club managed to secure good finance from transfer, and then we've been managed to put this squad together in financially hard times. They are really trying and giving everything, and they did great to take us up to the top of the league. They really did. But when you reach the top, everybody then looks at you, and maybe with the breaks and the different breaks and the COVIDs, etc., it's difficult to mention because they'll always be thrown at me as an excuse, but it's fact. I was speaking to Eric before about Louis Bell. He said he's still not 100%, and he did have it bad, but I've got 15 more of them in my squad, and but they worked very hard, they ran hard, they played well enough to win, but we didn't get what we deserved, in my opinion. This
is the difficult bit, isn't it? Because we know we can see the progress, we can look at where we were on the day you took over to where we are now. There is progress, but all anybody will focus on in a run like this is why aren't we winning?
Well, I'd say today a touch of luck, a little bit of quality, but definitely not a lack of effort.
And that's the message that we want to get across, isn't it? That progress is important. There's a context, there's always a bigger picture.
Well, there should be, because there would be in any other business. But I know we've got some great potential, sales in terms of players being in the ascendancy of their careers. But I like winning. The players like winning. So we're not winning at the moment. We're not. And in the football industry, we all know that that's a massive step on a manager situation. Always is, always will be. And more difficult now, probably because of social media, etc. But and shows that get, that they're sort of set up without any knowledge in terms of what's happening, other than the fact that you're not winning, so it provides more comment. But the players enjoyed the support from the supporters pre-Christmas, and the true supporters, they'll enjoy their support in a harder time. But we are in a better place than when I first came in. We're financially more secure, and the squad's got great potential and commitment to trying to be better. So I'd look at sometimes you've got to look at a bigger picture, because believe me, I want them 3 points tonight. I really do.
You're not hiding from anything. You understand the frustration from the fans, and you feel it probably 20 times more than they do.
Well, yeah. I mean, you know, you're responsible. So and the players take that responsibility into their performances. So they need to be right on point and give their best shot for the dozen opportunities they've got. Commit like they did tonight, and free up and enjoy the game. You know, because you've got to try and enjoy the game while you've got that responsibility to try to win it.
Are they anxious getting into those key moments when they're in the final third? There is a sense of trying to force it or make it happen at the moment.
I don't know. Callum's shot over the bar. Louis, it's a good strike. It's slightly wide over. Reece headers. I think one or two got in each other's way on a couple of headers. Ball didn't quite break, but there was an attacking threat to us. There was a defensive stability, and there was a commitment to performance. When
you've got the world, it seems to be criticising every move you make, Chris, how do you keep strong through these moments, and how do you make sure? Have you been through anything like this before?
Strong, yeah, that's not a problem to me. You know, like I said, I'm a hard-working, honest person, so all I do is reflect on that. I'm strong mentally and have a great desire to be successful, which I think has enabled us to make progress at the club, because we have. So much so it's now become a bit of a conundrum, to the fact that, like, January the 2nd, you've took a team that was bottom whatever it was, 21st I think, and this following season, after a real tough for everybody situations, recruit a squad that's really committed to what they're trying to achieve. And we've progressed it so quick, it probably went a little bit too fast, and now it's evened out a little bit, but we're capable of winning League 2 games, and this team's capable of doing that. It just didn't do it tonight, and it's not done it in a period where we've let people off the canvas when we should have got more from previous game, and we haven't. Put your finger on that. Difficult, all different for different reasons. Goals change games. We give penalties away at bad times, not received penalties when we've been given them. Yeah, we've been on the wrong end of a lot of situations like that. If I think back to this season, with 12 games left, because they say it evens out over a season, I think bar the Grimsby gimme that they give us when we play them away, we've not really had it. So, you know, we're due a big slice of that, I think, in the last dozen games.
The players, this is new to so many of them. Even league football's new to them, but being in a situation like this where they have to find the spark, find themselves again.
Well, they're there. If they weren't there, I'd have to agree with comments. But they were there. You know, it was disappointing on Saturday when we went down to 10 men and got it back to 1-1. There was more commitment and grit within that performance than the last 30 minutes, but they had a hard shift on Saturday because it's 10 men for so long. It was, I think Rod got sent off after 18 minutes. So, you know, they stuck at the running and etc. and tried to huff and puff, got the equaliser, but at that point they should have really galvanised, and we didn't, and we talked about it. But they were galvanised tonight. They were.
And again, the 11, you're clearly seeing that they're going to do the job. They're going to see the game through for us, because you stuck with them, and they kept going. Yeah,
but it's difficult. It is difficult in these conditions to make substitutes. Sometimes it really is, especially when it's very easy to pick a team when you know exactly where everybody is and they do what you think they'll do, and it's very easy then to swap a team while that's going on, because you've got players who you know will certainly do that when they do it. And there's a little bit of difference within that we're trying to iron out, obviously, because they deal with psychology themselves. But the lads are well behind everything we're doing. You could see that tonight. And the boys that didn't get on, they're all available for Saturday's fixture. So, you know, I don't think we've picked up any injuries from tonight as yet. So that puts us in a good place to pick a team to go against a very good team.
Farms, he's a big character in that dressing room. Does he say anything when he comes in after making a decision like he made at the end there?
Paul's been very good this season. Difficult decision to leave Magnus out, but these are the things you make, and you just need them to roll and go for you. Did Paul make any saves? Yeah, early on the volley. Prior to that, I don't think there was any more, was there?
Took one over the bar, didn't he, from a corner?
Yeah, but it's a miss-it corner really, and it's like a Sunday League type situation, and you make sure it don't go in the goal. But the actual save from the initial volley was very good, and that's how quiet we made Leyton Orient, and that's how well we played to try and get what we wanted. And it's just happened tonight, and it's fallen that way, and I won't publicly criticise Paul, no way.
Any news on Bren Dickinson?
No, he scans tomorrow.
And you said there's no injuries tonight. Farms went down for a little while there. Was that just a scare?
I think it was his ankle, but I thought it might have been his thigh again, and we told Magnus to get warm, but he said he was okay. So.
And the progress again that you're talking about, Chris, it is genuine. Go all the way back to that November and what you had to come in with. Context is what you're asking for, isn't it?
Well, I'm not asking for it. Anybody with any logical situations behind the scenes will understand that that's what is business is progress. Football's a business. We've progressed. We've sold an academy graduate to Everton. We sold Hallam Hope to Swindon when last season they went on to win the league. It put a difference in me because I had to recruit a lot of players in that January to try and help us stay in the league. And then we had, I think, 7 players in the summer. So I was recruiting like mad when, meeting players from 2 metres apart all over the country to get them ready for us. And they've represented us great. They did it that well in difficult circumstance, in both, finance, facility, but they've enabled us to get to the top, which probably is holding us back a little bit now on all this noise. Because if we hadn't done that, I think it wouldn't be as prevalent, this noise. And I think a lot of the fans at the start of the season would be quite excited at the position we're in to try and achieve something from it. But because it's gone upside down the other way around, it does feel a lot different, and it feels different to me and to the players. But we do know we've let opponents off the canvas in this period, that we should have won more games. And we do know we were unfortunate not to get any points out of tonight's fixture.
Thanks for your time.